All right, you guys, we're back on YouTube. I'm coming at you guys with another video coming from the Hill. Shout out to the Hill. Biden is looking to he's pushing some changes in the Supreme Court. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what they're talking about.
President Biden is expected to lay out plans to overhaul the Supreme Court today. He has supposedly been working behind the scenes for months with constitutional lawyers. Now, it's widely expected that Biden will propose two major revisions. First, an end to lifetime appointments. He will propose 18-year terms instead in a rolling system where presidents appoint.
I think that's good. I don't think lifetime terms should exist. But 18 years is still too long. But I guess this is one of those moments where we could say something is better than nothing. But we all know that, we can still complain at the same time.
A new judge every 2 years. Second, there would be an enforceable code of conduct requiring justices to expose gifts, refrain from public political activity, and recuse themselves from cases they or their spouses have a conflict of interest surrounding. Now, currently, justices police themselves. Think of Clarence Thomas, for instance, his breach of ethics and not revealing gifts.
What she says, justice and police themselves is it's his old saying that says rules for thee and not for me.
Such as trips and tuition payments, or his wife, Ginny, who's supposed to work to support Donald Trump. Now, these moves would have to be approved by Congress, which is a highly unlikely way forward in this divided political moment. But polls say many Americans are strongly in favor of term limits. Now that the conservatives have had the upper hand in eroding rights for the LGBTQ plus community and women, we've witnessed the overturning of Roe versus Wade, and there have been calls for more cases to be heard to overturn other precedents. Now, is Biden onto something? What do you make of this push to have more Supreme Court reforms following the conservative takeover of the court?
It will not happen. So there's little point to even speculate, because unless the Democrats obtain 60 votes in the Senate and a majority in the House and hold the presidency, there will be no such thing taking place. I will remind everyone that
I do agree with that. I think this is one of those bait and switches where they tell you you want something, and they say when they get elected they say psych pretty much. I don't think we're gonna get that either.
the last time there was a serious effort to change the composition or the function of the Supreme Court was during the reign of FDR, and it ended up being wildly unpopular. He was sick of having his ambitious, I would argue, big government legislative agenda thwarted by the Supreme Court, and so then he proposed expanding, creating, adding a number of seats that he would appoint so that he could get his will enacted. And it led to massive blowback. So anyway, this is not going to happen. Would it be a good idea to have 18-year term limits for the Supreme Court? I think that would be fine. I'm generally enthusiastic about term limits. You could certainly imagine a system where the president gets a certain amount of automatic appointments because there's these scheduled retirements. But, let's be clear about why this is being proposed. This is being proposed because, the current composition of the Supreme Court is hostile to I would argue, again, a big government, liberal, democratic, progressive agenda. And if Democrats could consistently win elections, then they would slowly replace the federal judiciary and eventually even the Supreme Court with people they would pick. And if the composition of the court was mostly Democratic and run by the Democratic Party, and Republicans started proposing, changing the system in order to have more of their people on it, I'm sure Democrats and the media would complain about the attack on our institutions. This is one of the institutions that you're proposing to wholly change. What? Because you can't just win or take control of it the normal way, the way everybody else does. I don't know. Seems like sour grapes to me.
All right, we're going to leave it off there. What Robbie said. We don't want to make the video too long. What you guys think about this? Do you think we should have 18-year term limits? on the Supreme Court? Go ahead and tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. I will be reading comments. I will be in the comment section. Go ahead and if you made it to this end of the video, go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe for more videos like these. And yeah, peace out, guys. On to the next video.